Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Valerie, and this is The Hargett Life. Today's video is part of a collab hosted by Tamara over at Southern Wife Everyday Life. It's a cookbook collab, so we'll all be making recipes from cookbooks. I'll have Tamara's channel as well as a playlist linked in my description box below. So as soon as you get done watching this video, be sure to go check it out. I'm sure you'll find lots of great new recipes. And if you're coming over from the playlist, welcome. I love to cook, I love to bake, I do recipe videos, what's for dinner videos, grocery hauls, and more. So if any of that sounds like something you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and become part of my YouTube family. The recipe I'm sharing with you today is from this church cookbook, and it's for a chocolate syrup cake. I guess you could also call it a Hershey syrup cake. Now let's get started. Here's the recipe. For the cake part, we're going to need sugar, eggs, Hershey syrup, vanilla extract, butter, and self-rising flour. And for the frosting, we'll need butter, sugar, milk, and a square of chocolate. I've got my oven preheated to 350. I'm going to use my stand mixer for this. I'm going to add in 1 stick of butter and 1 cup of sugar. Now I'm just going to cream these together. It would have helped if I let this butter come to room temperature. Let me know in the comments below. When a recipe calls for room temperature butter, who else forgets to set it out ahead of time? Okay, that looks good to me, and now I'm going to add in the eggs. And the recipe's not really clear on the order of ingredients. It just kind of says mix ingredients together and pour into 9 by 13 inch pan. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm adding in 4 eggs. Now I'm adding in a teaspoon of vanilla. Now 1 cup of self-rising flour. And the recipe calls for 16 ounces of Hershey syrup. This is a 21.8 ounce bottle, so I'm going to add not quite the whole bottle of this. It don't look like this made a whole lot of batter, so I want to use a glass baking dish to do this. So I'm going to use this 11.5 by 7.5. I'm going to spray it with some non-stick spray. I'm going to put this in a preheated 350 degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes. The cake is done and it smells so good. Now I'm going to make the frosting to go on top. I added 1 stick of butter in my saucepan here and I'm letting it melt. Now I'm going to add in 1/3 cup of milk and 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to stir this. The recipe says to bring it to a boil and boil for 2 minutes and then add in 1 square of chocolate. But I'm just going to use some chocolate chips. Okay, I'm going to let this boil for 2 minutes. Just going to try to lightly stir it and be careful not to splash it up on the sides too much. Okay, I took it off the heat and I'm going to add in about a half a cup of some milk chocolate chips. This is all melted, and the recipe does say to frost the cake while it's still hot. The cake did fall in the middle a little bit, but I'm sure it's still going to be delicious. That frosting is going to be delicious. I'm going to let this cool and then we'll cut into it. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to check out the playlist below for more cookbook recipes. And one last thing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.